Hi guys, today we're going to look at exercise 5, which is about editing things like slabs and fills and changing their shape. Now, a really good piece of advice here is if you're going to edit something like this, whether it's a fill, hatch pattern or slab, get into the relevant tool. So here I'm in the slab tool. Then select the slab, and the best way to do that is to shift and then click. So if you select the object, then go to the little highlighted kind of black line and go up with the pop-out menu, choose select new node, and then basically you can bring it out to whatever shape you want. But because we want to bring it out on the horizontal, hold the shift button down and that kind of constrains it, and then you can go down and line it up with the point of the shape below. Okay, now we're going to try the same, something similar to slab 2, but creating this shape, lining it up is really difficult and it doesn't always work the way you want. So I would suggest you get over to the right and drag a guideline to the edge of that object. We go into the slab tool again, make sure you're in it, select the slab, hover around until you get that little black line, and then go to the one called curve edge, and then just come out. And where you've got that guideline, you can easily click and these two then look the same. Similar thing here, although I don't think we need the guideline, just click this and then hold down, and you can see there's a thing where it says extend, offset the edge. And if we do that, you can just kind of push this out of the way. Just hold the shift button down again, then get the black pencil, and you've made these two the same. The ones in the bottom are all using fill tools, so the fill tool is normally under the document, and I'll just go to the fill tool and then I'll select this fill. There's a couple of ways we could do this. I could just select this and then grab this node and then just move the node, and I'm just going to move it by holding down the shift button and lining it up with this thing at the bottom, and that's similar here. This one's a little bit trickier, so what we're going to do is we want to find out what radius these things are at the bottom. So I'm going to just hover around here. You get this blue line, and then if I go to here, you can get a clue sometimes to the radius. So it's telling me the distance on the right here. You might just see that little thing open up, distance 1,000. So that's the radius I want to look at. So I'm in the fill tool still over here. I select fill 1, and I'm just going to hover and select left click on this bottom left hand node and go and choose that little chamfer, fillet or chamfer. So I'm going to go and say fillet, choose the fillet button, and then the radius, we need it to be 1,000, and just click OK. And you can see this looks the same as the one at the bottom. You just do the same thing over here and you should end up completing that exercise. Now this one, we want to kind of line this up with this one back here again, so I would suggest maybe just bringing over a guideline again and make sure we're in the fill tool, and then select that fill. This time you kind of left click, and there's this thing where you can offset all edges, so you can offset them in the way or out. So I'm going to go down and just line that up, get a black pencil with my shape on the bottom. And you may be able to do that without the guideline, but the guideline just makes sure that everything works. So there we go. I think that should show you how to complete that exercise successfully. So best of luck.